Marcus and Manny show. I hate you both right now. You guys are ridiculous.
I'm Shotzi Blackheart, the ballsy badass, and you are watching the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. Remember to like the video and subscribe.
Hello, welcome to another edition of the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. I'm Lord Manny Hayes, and I'm joined by
Marcus, the grand finale. Ho ho! I know I did, because I thought about it. I had it in my head. And I was going to be like, ho ho, the grand finale. And this, I don't know. I messed it up. I'm a failure. I know. I'm a has-been. I'm a hack. I messed it up. Sorry.
You're the worst there is, the worst there was, and the worst there ever will be.
Woo.
And of course, we're joined by Jenn, who is one of the admin from the weird and wonderful. What is it? A forum? A group that we're all in?
Group, yes, the best wrestling group there is.
Yeah. Tell them.
Yes. Yep.
It really is.
Big shout out. Woo!
I do enjoy the memes and conversation that go in there.
Yes. To me, it is the best group that, and I believe Manny can attest to this. The random things I join in and comment and troll. I don't do it as much since I went back to work, but I'm always angry in other ones. The mid-card mess, I kind of just let it go. I just comment and be like, it's cool.
Yeah, that's usually how we are. I know I'm on other wrestling groups too, and I literally always go back to obviously my group because we're just chill. No one gets offended, and if they do, we take care of it.
Wait, except Chad. Fuck Chad.
Yeah, what's going on with that? Is there any way we can get him out the group? God, I hate that guy.
I mean, that's something us admins need to talk about, and that's what I'm going to say.
I'm telling you, he's the most annoying person ever. I told you word for word what he was going to say 3 hours before.
I know. I think we all know. I think we all are waiting. Thursday morning, we're like, okay.
He's the main reason. Like, I don't care if I didn't care about the success of AEW. Like, oh, it's great. It's another wrestling promotion. It's great. But I have never wanted to see something fail just because of one person in the world. Like, I was like, oh, if this company folded today, I know exactly who I'm going to.
There will always be something that they will find that even if they mess up one way, there will always be an excuse. So we just got to give it up.
100%. I will find him if AEW fails. I will fly to the States. I will find him.
Yeah.
Full on do the hacker.
Yeah.
On his front yard. And then over his mailbox.
Yes.
Good luck.
Yes.
So,
all right, Manny, what we got? What we got on the show today?
So, let's kick off with Monday Night Raw. You guys ready?
No.
Yeah?
No? Okay. Do you want to... So, Raw's now...
It might be another 5 minutes.
Raw's got just a new tagline of "In Your Face." Where did this come about?
It's a news to me. I think they get a tagline every week.
No,
right?
This is the first time it's ever been on a graphic of theirs.
I thought
it's like,
there wasn't anything last week.
No.
Oh.
No, but it seems like they've been doing that for like their pay-per-view shows and stuff. That was except like horror show, and I believe Clash of Champions is known as the Gold Rush. Now we're titling Monday Night Raw's "In Your Face," and I don't know why this one was called "In Your Face." Nothing went in my face. I don't think nothing.
No.
And if it did, I would have called somebody right away.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from. Maybe they got a little too tag happy. I have. That's something. I mean, I don't really pay attention to the tags, but I don't know.
So you obviously don't watch AEW wrestling then? where it's all tag matches. Oh,
wow, didn't see that coming. Didn't see that coming. Manny, you're on a different road. You're on the road today. You're on the road today. You got that way.
Yep.
Okay, so Raw kicked off with Drew McIntyre with an unnecessary long video package recapping everything that went on. But then he went on to say WWE have told him to take time off, however, he'd have to give up the title. And now he wants Randy Orton versus himself in an ambulance match at Clash of Champions, which I hate. I really don't like that match.
Yeah.
It's a stupid match.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I have a feeling it's going to change, though. I have a feeling since what happened last night with that ending, I feel like Keith Lee's going to make his way in that match. It's going to be a triple threat. I don't know if they're going to keep it an ambulance match. That would be a little weird, but I have a feeling it's going to be a triple threat because he officially did not lose. No one did. So there's going to be something next week. I think I have a feeling.
Yeah, the whole ambulance match, I'm not a fan. You know, it's very similar to like a casket match or something when it just like you put the person in something and they disappear. But the ambulance match, I really wish they'd actually destroy the person and then they have to get carted off by some EMTs instead of like, oh, I tricked you. Like John Cena throwing Ryback through the ceiling of an ambulance match and then them casually driving off to whatever hospital just seems. I don't think it's necessary. They need to change it from ambulance match. I'm not a fan. I don't want it.
Yeah, I've never been a fan of ambulances matches either. But because like you said, it's like a casket match. You throw them in and boom, that's it. Whatever.
Yeah, I feel like a casket match has more to it.
Yeah. I would just prefer a good old just, no disqualification, whatever. Any one of those type of matches. I don't know. I'm not into it either. I rather have them just do the triple threat, make a different stipulation, and that's that. But I guess, I see why they're doing it though, because of this whole back and forth, like, oh, I sent this guy, I broke his jaw, then he, Orton, Drew went back. It makes sense, but I don't know. I don't really care for it.
And then Postman Pierce, Marcus's favorite person,
Yeah.
to notice that if Keith Lee wins tonight, he gets a title match because they're trying to sell that Randy Orton might not make it to Clash of Champions. So my whole deal is Keith Lee really ready for a WWE title?
Well, it would be like it's to literally put the rocket to his ass and like firing it. I don't think he's ready, and I do not like the placement into him in this feud already, just right off the jump. Because it's just too much. It's too much focus on Keith Lee. Like I'm tired of looking at Keith Lee, and I'm looking at his entire.
Oh, we lost Marcus.
We already lost Marcus. Already. Oh, there he is.
Someone called my phone. God forbid. I can't do a show without any interruption.
You put yourself on Do Not Disturb.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. Okay. I didn't think about that. No one's calling me at 11 a.m. It's it's courtesy. They know I'm asleep. I don't know who it was. It's probably somebody collecting money. But Postman Pierce. Well, I don't even remember what I was saying. He did something.
You
right?
didn't like the placement of. You don't like the placement of Keith Lee in this feud.
Yeah. I just don't like. I feel like it's just weird because it seems like he's just getting his ass whooped most of the time by two main eventers, and he's just thrown in the middle of it. And then they don't even have his attire and lyrics to his music right. It just seems like he's forced into this when he shouldn't be involved. Even though I did like that they were having to pull apart. Him and Drew McIntyre had their issues. They're scuttlebutt.
How about you, Jen?
I mean, I don't think he's ready per se. I don't mind him in this feud right now. Like I like, that they're utilizing him like this right away. I think the worry is, like I told you before, him being in the focus of the title picture now, and then when this is all over, what's going to happen? Is he going to still be a main focus, or is he going to be pushed to the back? That's, I think, a lot of people's main concern. I feel that he might be. I feel like he's going to continue. Like, say whoever wins at Clash of Champions or whatever, I feel he's still going to get those opportunities. Like he'll have one more and then everything's going to change. But I don't think Keith Lee's going to go downhill and get buried like everyone else is saying. But it is a little quick for him. But I don't mind him in this, but I don't think he's ready to have a title yet. Give it a couple more months. Because there's still, remember, there's still wrestlers still, like, their full roster is still not there. That's why we keep seeing the same thing over and over and over. So it's kind of like they're taking advantage of the fact that their roster's so small right now. But I don't know. I have to see. I have to see what's going to happen after Clash of Champions. That's my final thing. I have to see what happens.
I think they're going to strap the rocket to him. I think if there was someone of that caliber on your roster, you don't let it waste away like they did with so many people, like they did with Roman way back in the day when he won the Rumble where he should have won before the Rumble he actually did. So do you know when they missed the boat a lot of the time? I feel like that if they wait too long with Keith Lee, that's going to
happen again.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then it was basically the rest of the night between Keith Lee and Drew McIntyre. It's basically a dick measuring contest all through the night. All through the night.
Well, Keith Lee has that Big Bang catastrophe. So if they're measuring dicks, I don't know if Drew stands up, but who knows? Who knows? That's what Keith Lee's talking about all the
time. So later on in the night, they have two brawls between themselves. One when they're standing in the ring each other, and then I don't understand what prompted him to this, but he kept holding his hand out like this, not even touching him. But then it resulted in Drew punching him in the face, which was unwarranted.
Well,
I think that was more of him teasing him because remember Drew's jaw is supposedly like fractured, so it was like, what would you do if I touched you? But it was a little awkward because at first too I was like, what is he doing? So that could have been either cut out or
So you're implying that he was going for another tender touch on the show? Like, I'm going to tenderly touch your jaw? Because we had a lot of tender touches on this episode, Manny and Jen, and I don't think that. I don't know. I honestly didn't know what he was doing, and I thought Drew was freaking out. It was more like, don't you put your finger in my face, but he just had an open palm, like, don't do it. And then he was like, man, you ain't shit. And then they start fighting. It was a necessary fight. And I don't know if they're teasing maybe Keith Lee may turn heel or the other way. But,
That's exactly what I thought, too. That's exactly the same thing. There was, like, a little thing about, like, same thing. Same thing I thought. Yeah. Maybe he might turn heel.
Yeah, so I would be interested. I want to see an angry Keith Lee. I'm tired of this nice guy. I want to see an angry man. And no, Manny, I'm not picking a racial stereotype of an angry black man. I just want to see an angry monster, okay? He should be an angry man.
So in the Lumber Chat, Wes has said Keith Lee will be in the Hurt Business by December. El Luchador said Vince is going to turn him into Sexual Chocolate 2.0.
Oh, God.
He's also going to say Lee needs that beard back. Looks like a kid without it. I disagree with that because he looks hella old without that beard.
I miss the beard.
Yeah.
I miss the facial hair.
Me too.
Like, even when he was in NXT and he would shave the beard every now and then, I go, I don't really care. When he had the beard, I was like, that's a grown-ass man. He's going to fight somebody. And then he looks like a senior citizen. Or he looks helpless. I don't know. It's something about him that he looks weaker without the beard. And, I feel maybe I'm pushing my own projections on him. I look weaker without the beard. Who knows?
So Eric your brother has also said, look in the mirror tonight, Marcus, to see an angry black man. He also text messaged me during the show to tell me I look terrified. I'm actually taking a gimmick out of Marcus where I'm sweating like hell today.
Oh, wow.
With no fan. I'm going to die today.
Yeah. And what are we going to do? How are we going to stop the stream? I don't even know how to call 911 in the UK, Manny.
It's 999.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, but they're not going to answer in America.
Okay, moving on. The Street Profits win against Cesaro and Nakamura with the line of the night from Shinsuke. If they want the smoke, they will get cancer. Or he said cancer. I couldn't 100% be sure what his intention was with that line.
He said cancer. He said cancer. He had to.
No.
The line is so much better. It's so much worse. And it's so evil that he had to say, you want the smoke, you get cancer. And I feel like that was dead on what he was saying. Like they had these tobacco ads with Kofi. Maybe this was a thrown in ad that Shinsuke was telling them. You don't want that smoke.
No.
What did you think of the match, guys?
It was good. I think it was good. I think the one thing I could point out was the main, like a big factor I noticed was the way it ended. Usually with most of Street Profits matches, the person who gets the pin is Montez. So for them to switch it up, I was like, oh, okay. And then they made a lot of points too about him losing weight. What's his name? Oh my god, I forgot his name.
Dawkins?
What's his tag people? What? No, no, his tag partner's name. Wow.
Montez Ford?
I can't believe this.
Or
No, not Montez Ford.
Angelo Dawkins.
Dawkins. Sorry. Wow. I'm sorry, people. I am a fan. Please excuse me. I had a brain fart. Dawkins.
It's all right. We tried to replace this guy several times on this show with Denzel Desjardins. So
his name. I'm sorry. I know his name all the time. Of course, when I'm live, I forget it. But anyway, I do like the fact they switched it up and had him take the pin, have him jump off the top rope. That was like a big that was like pretty a switch up and when that happened. But I think it was overall just a good tag match. It was pretty good. I did think though they were gonna lose. I didn't think they were gonna win, but
I don't think this is the end of it. I don't think this is the end of it.
No, I don't think so. I think there's gonna be another one.
Yeah, they're gonna fight on SmackDown, and then the rubber match will be a Clash of Champions for the unification of these titles, so we can have at least 3 tag teams in a division. That's the only way it works.
Are you still unhappy of the disrespect to the championship lounge?
Yeah, that was disgraceful. It was absolutely disgraceful. You don't let Shorty G, until he gets his name Chad back, into any party. You don't let a man like that in there. What the one highlight for me in the spot, one, Montez is always a highlight for me. That he's the most freakishly athletic guy in the group. But the buckle bomb on the barricade. What is it called? The barricade? Amazing. I thought that was a cool button. Just the way he just bent back, I was like, he's dead. He's dead, and they killed him. So, Manny, what are your thoughts?
I thought Dawkins hitting the 1-star frog splash, because that was terrible. Like he
gave all his body into that.
Listen, you can't really, the guys, compared to each of them, the guy's pretty, he's holding, he tried, okay? And he got the win.
Yeah, it was better. To me, it was better than Dominic's, and he was a bigger man.
But, so, when I was watching Montez going against Cesaro, it just showcased how much better I think he's going to be, because he's more athletic than Kofi, but he's going to be better than Kofi. Yeah, I feel like they have the same charisma. If they let Kofi do up, down, Kofi, then maybe they can argue over charisma. But we're never getting that Kofi in the WWE. That's why he needs to go to AEW. That's the only person I want to see at AEW, just so we can get up, down, Kofi, or up, down, Breeze. I need them to be able to beat themselves for most of the time. But that uppercut was amazing. That height, he got killed.
Yeah.
He died numerous times. Like I watched that man because the man
is
literally a meme. He's a walking meme and a gif. Everything he does. So moving on, the Hurt Business, or as I like to now call them, 3 men and a little Cedric. Oh, come on.
Oh.
I'm calling them the Black. Come on, I thought you were going to say they're the Black 4 Horsemen. We have a Black 4 Horsemen, baby. It's never happened.
Yeah.
We did it. We finally got enough money to Be the Four Horsemen. There's been every different version of the Four Horsemen.
3 old men and Cedric.
You don't know how old these men are. And you trust the Wikipedia. You look at Wikipedia, it can be changed. Bobby Lashley is 26 years old. He started wrestling at age 7. Age 7, he looked like a man.
I look at MVP and I see a man that ices his knees just for walking.
Hand me that icy hot over there. I can see him saying that on commentary before he went on there.
So, I saw a lot of things happen here. I saw the improvement of Cedric on the mic, even on Ricochet, and then in the ring it was
the
really
improvement
solid.
in the ring as well.
Yeah, it's solid. The match was really good for like a short match.
Yeah, I think, like I said last night when I did my ending, you know, when I graded the show, that was one of my points. Like just when you turn heel, all the greatness comes. I'm not saying that Cedric wasn't great before, but for some reason, you know, just being a bad guy, you're just, you know, better.
Yeah.
Basically. Basically.
Bad guys are just better, to quote Chad.
Yeah.
I can't host anymore the moment you bring up Chad. Hate goes through my veins.
Are you going for the Retribution on chat? You going to become like a member of Retribution and, you know, go after chat? I mean, that's where you guys can go next. If you're a member, Manny. If you're a member of them. I don't know yet.
I feel like I could get enough of the mid-card mess to join me on the crusade against Chad.
Yeah, if you're, you
know. So, Cedric and Ricochet was a good match. Let me move on to Asuka versus Mickie James, which was a solid match. And then the ending with Selena, even more. That promo was fire.
Okay, I have my thoughts on that match.
Okay.
Because that match was good, but I think it could have been better. I don't know if Mickie was nervous. I don't know. Like, this is what I observed. I'm not saying it was a horrible match, but it could have been better but I think there was a lot of communication between Asuka and Mickie during the match. Like, I saw a lot of speaking. I don't know if Mickie, she did a lot of mistakes. She was very slow, I think, too, when it came to like what the next scenario was in the match, because I noticed that a lot. I noticed that Asuka had to help Mickie a lot in that match. And then that ending, that very strange ending, I don't know what happened there. I don't know what happened. I don't know if Mickie was supposed to turn and she was supposed to tap and she forgot to tap. So the ref, I guess in the production truck told the ref, just cut it, because that was very strange. Everybody was like, what happened? My opinion was Mickie did not do what she was supposed to do. So she just played it off and it was just like, whatever. But it was okay. It could have been better. That match could have been way better, because I think she did a great job, but I think that there was a lot of, botches here and there where she could have, Asuka had to put a lot of work in there to get that match the way it is. I think there was more on Asuka than Mickie, but I'm not going to blame it all on Nikki. But whatever.
So Grunge in the chat said Mickie got injured at some point during that match, so that kind of explains, I suppose, the mix-up with the finish.
Okay.
Yeah, to me, the ending looked like they were canceling. Like the referee decided, all right, I think she might really be too injured to do whatever they're supposed to do. Whatever, like when she had her in the Oscar lock and maybe she was going to turn it over to a pin or something, but she probably couldn't stand. Because it looked like they just canceled everything, and she got out the ring right away, and the referee dove out the ring, and he looked like he was checking on her. And they completely ignored that side, especially when Selena was walking out. And
they did not want us to see. They didn't want us to see anything. Like, they just cut it. Like, it was just 1, 2, 3. Psh, like, we just had a Raw Women's Title match. Like, it was very weird. And she played it, and you could tell too by at the end, even though she didn't tap, she played it off like, okay, I like, she kept it going instead of. I would have just preferred her just showing her getting injured and just being like, help. Then it would have been like, oh, okay, I get it. But they literally just, I guess,
Yeah.
They just
And
try to cover it up.
yeah, it was a really good match, and they gave Mickey a promo before it, and they built it up as this may be her last chance,
Yeah.
and they actually had me emotionally invested in this match, and I was like, this may not be Mickey's last chance, but it felt like her last match going against
It did.
Asuka, and then just that ending, you were just like, oh, what was that? That just doesn't seem like the
Exactly.
planned ending.
Yes. That definitely was not the planned ending. It was pretty obvious it wasn't the planned ending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Selena Vega stepping up into the women's title picture, was that more of we need to kill some time, throw her out there, or was this supposed to happen?
No.
Because after what Mickey happened,
no, I think it was probably supposed. I think it was supposed to happen, but I don't. Zelina now being in the title picture, doesn't really grab my attention, especially since she's been a manager for so long. She's not bad, but she's not someone who's convincing. That's the word I can say. It's not someone who's convincing to me. That can beat, especially Asuka. I mean, look what happened to her when she faced Bianca Belair.
Yeah. I feel like she's just a placeholder, just to have somebody there so Asuka have another defense, because either they're not ready to go with Bianca or Vince's new girl, Peyton, who are probably the next people to challenge Asuka or may take it from her. But it's a nice placeholder spot. Asuka didn't have a match at Clash of Champions anyway. And I think it'd be solid. Just Selena's going to get killed. She's going to get killed.
She is. It's that there's no, they're going to do that storyline where, oh, it's my time. She already started it with her promo like, oh, I've been focusing on being a manager, and I wasn't focusing on myself. So they're going to do the whole like, oh, I deserve this, blah, 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 the whole storyline. It's not going to work. It's not going to work, in my opinion. She's not convincing for someone to compete against Asuka out of all the people. Like, come on. That's going to be just, like you said, a placeholder. Boom, boom. That's it. On to the next.
You got to remember, someone like Alexa Bliss has been champion like 5 times or something along those lines. And she doesn't, she doesn't seem remotely convincing that she could hold a title.
Are you crazy? I was never the biggest Alexa Bliss fan, but she's more convincing than Zelina. I can tell you that. She's great in the ring. She's proven it. I mean, if you're gonna show me, then put Zelina in more matches before she gets in the title picture. I want to see her in the ring more. Then prove to me that she could face all these women on the roster. Then I could be like, okay, maybe. But I haven't seen her enough. How many? I seen her one time too when I went to Raw one time in Brooklyn, and it was a triple. It was a three man 6-man tag, and she barely was in the match. So
I
feel like she's
I need more of her. You have to what?
I think that's the case with her matches all the time, though. They're all short.
Yeah, But her matches are always short too. That's another thing. Her matches are always short. So, like I said, put her in more. Show me more in the ring. Then we already know she's good on the mic. That's great. She's good. She's great on the mic.
I can see next week on Raw her having a match, and she's gonna beat Billie Kay just to make sure you kill Billie Kay off some more. Apparently,
no.
Yeah, that poor girl.
They're gonna keep killing Billie Kay. I know it, man. It's killing us. Save Billie Kay. Hashtag save Billie Kay. But she's gonna get beat by Selena Vega next week.
Just so we could be convinced that she could beat Asuka. Like, come on. That's what they're gonna do.
So I'm praying for Billie Kay every night. Save the better iconic.
Well, so Wes has said this is the time to elevate more women before Charlotte returns, but they won't do it.
Well, they are pushing more different women.
Yeah.
Like,
but
Asuka's been champion. No. Mickie James had a match. Selena is coming up. They're pushing Billie Kay. The Riot Squad are doing whatever they're doing, and Natty's the boat. So they're moving up. They're moving up.
No. I wasn't really going to talk about the boat, but the Riot Squad versus the boat. I'm assuming I don't even know what they're calling Lara at the moment, other than dead.
That's Rusev's husband.
Wife.
Oh, I mean wife. Yeah, I don't know what I'm saying.
Oh,
Hey,
man.
So
you can be a husband and a wife, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter your gender. Manny, you don't have to be a sexist. She identifies herself as the husband.
Nope.
don't throw that on me. so it's the Riot. So the Riot Squad win this match and go on to face Nia Jax and I can't remember her name, Shayna Baszler, and then to make a statement, Nia Jax puts Lana through a table. The most unsafe woman puts another person through a table.
Do you think that was an attempted assault? Vincent, he seems to be a bit on the petty side. Nia, and I'm just speculating. It may not be true. I like doing this. I like throwing fire into the flame. But Nia is the most unsafe wrestler he got. Miro, aka formerly Rusev, joins AEW, takes shots at Vince McMahon. In a petty attempt at revenge, do you think he wanted her to get hurt and be like, whoops, this was an accident?
No.
No.
That's a lawsuit waiting to happen.
No, it was just a stunt on the show. I'm just saying. I'm throwing people on fire. I'm on my Skip Bayless, Stephen A. Smith shit right here, in which they attempted to injure Lana on Monday Night Raw. I felt it. Next thing you know, Lana's going to be in the ring with Tamina. It's going to get even more dangerous for her in a cage match. It's dangerous. I don't think so. I don't really think that's true.
She's going to replicate what her dad did and jump off a cage. Is that what you want?
I feel like Tamina really... Yes. Hey, we should add another clause to my Money in the Bank. If Tamina jumps off the top of a cage and lands it cleanly, I should become champion again. Just saying.
Her bones are made out of chalk. That's not going to happen.
Do people even still use chalk anymore? Anyway, that's a side quest.
So, the Underground. Braun Strowman enters the Underground. The bodyguard's taller than Braun Strowman, which I thought was weird.
Why? People are taller than Braun Strowman.
Nah, he's supposed to be a monster. He's no monster next to that guy.
The Gypsy King was taller than Braun Strowman.
And this whole Underground was just pointless. Riddick Moss went at Strowman 3 times on different occasions during the Underground.
The feisty one.
Even the newfound badass Titus stepped in, took him down. I thought, yeah, Titus is gonna get some. No.
No, did you really think Titus was gonna get some? I knew when Titus walked into that room, he was gonna get his ass whooped.
2 weeks ago, when they made him out to be the best thing coming, where he's like, fuck the kids, I'm gonna destroy some people. We got that for two things, and then he got killed.
Yeah, he died 2 straight weeks in a row. I want the running joke that Titus is always entering the Underground and gets knocked out. He like, why is Titus wanted? Oh, he knocked out. I like the angry Titus, but I can imagine him trying to get into the Underground every week just to get knocked out. It'll make me laugh. I don't know. The Underground's a joke most of the time anyway. They never have a finish.
Oh my God.
Can we talk? They never have a finish.
I think I read
ends it randomly
too. Yeah, I read somewhere too that it said like someone had asked, "Oh, how do you know when a match is finished?" And then the answer was when Shane McMahon says so. And I'm like, okay. So it's like, what? I don't get it. I don't get this Underground. Like it doesn't. I don't get it. I don't. And they keep. I don't know. Every week, I sometimes like when the Raw's on, I'm like, oh, I guess they're not doing Underground this week. And then all of a sudden, there it is. He's there, and I'm like, oh.
Do I need to explain to Raw Underground to both of you? Have you ever
been
at work?
I don't care.
Have you ever been at work and you go, someone does something, and you go, I will fight you today. That is it. There's a fight. If I ran a business, there'd be a fight pit downstairs, and you settle everything downstairs. If you don't come out,
the fight pit, this makes no sense because they could do that in the ring or in the regular ring. It's different. You're sitting in an office.
Jenn,
I want to fight you.
Jenn, there's no rules. There's no rules.
Okay, that's the only difference.
Or ropes.
I don't know.
Or ropes. Or ropes.
And no ropes. Woo! No ropes. I don't know.
And
don't
Shane
know.
McMahon is yelling the entire time.
I don't know.
I don't. It relates to fight. For me, it's more difficult than Hell in a Cell. Having to hear Shane talk all the time.
I just think yes, there's no rules, but it's funny because it looks more fake than when they're in the ring. It like you're watching like I'm like really like it doesn't look convincing to me. It looks faker than what you actually fight in the ring.
I'm telling you what I want now, though. Dabba-Kato versus Strowman. I'm all for that.
I wouldn't mind seeing it, but I feel like they're gonna fuck it all up. They have to wow me with that match. They're making us wait because what's gonna happen is they're making us wait to hype it up, and then we're gonna see it next week, and we're gonna be like, oh, that's it. It's gonna be literally probably a 2-minute match, and that's it.
That's all the Underground's 2-minute matches. But I like the Underground. I feel like it's a good breakup. Like, to me, it's like halftime. It needs to be just halftime of that long-ass Monday Night Raw where I don't have to just look at people on LED screens and I just see people yelling for no reason. I just needed to break it up. Like, I enjoy it being just a halftime, like, splendor, but it's still a lot wrong with Shane McMahon yelling and the cheesy music in the background and whatever. I like the bodyguard just sitting there. Yeah.
The fake cheers.
For some reason, people look tougher in the Underground. Like I'm invested into wrestlers I don't really care about, like Riddick Moss, Titus. Yeah. I've been over Dolph Ziggler unless he's in the Underground because he's doing all this shit. So I enjoy the Underground for just breaking things up, and it's you see wrestlers differently. Like Braun Strowman actually looked like I was like, oh, he's a pretty good badass, and then I wanted to see him and Dabba-Kato fight, even though I know that would be a terrible regular wrestling match. Terrible.
Yes. I agree. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So Levi in the chat said, I love the visuals of the Hurt Business, but then I realized I'm younger than most of these cats. I'm turning 43 Saturday. Happy birthday, Levi.
Happy birthday. September board. We rise in September. You know, I don't know if I'm doing the show on my birthday. I'll probably do my show.
Hold on.
I'll do a
Eric wants to talk about the Underground.
Is he calling in?
More about the Underground.
He wants the link, so I'm gonna give him a link. YouTube Vamp while I do this.
Okay, so Vamp. Got it. I got nothing. Damn it.
Talk about Dominic versus Seth Rollins.
Oh, okay.
That was a great match. I tell you, I personally said it was match of the night because I didn't think, honestly, when I saw they were gonna go again, I was like, here we go. I said, because you know how sometimes when people are repetitive, it gets like, okay. But that was a pretty good match yesterday, I think. And I enjoyed it from beginning to end. When, I knew we already saw Murphy fucked up and that was it. And we were like, ooh. And that's going to probably lead to Murphy, not being with Rollins. There's going to be a feud between them. And I'm actually all for Murphy against Rollins. If Murphy can do what he did when he was against Alistair, I am all for him and Rollins going head to head. But that was a good match last night. That cage match was good. Dominic did amazing once again. And, they worked really well together. Rollins, especially him trying to, he's trying to make this push for him. Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead,
man. Is it Dominic or is it more Seth? I feel like Seth.
I think it's more Seth.
I think Seth is proving that he really is one of the best wrestlers in the world today.
Yes, that's what I agree. I think
that's exactly what I was gonna say.
Yeah, I think he's also doing it though because he's not. Like he said, like I posted yesterday on the mid card. I think it's also him wanting to get set these younger stars up to be what he used to be.
Eric, how am I supposed to take you serious with that mask?
Man, don't worry about my mask. First of all, I don't want to be rude.
First of all,
nice meeting you.
First of all, can you turn your phone to portrait? I mean, landscape.
Yeah, come on, man. You're the biggest camera dude I know. You gonna have a portrait view? This is ridiculous. What is it? Casual Friday? Taco Tuesday? What is this outfit?
It's because it's the pandemic, so I don't have to wear the dog and pony show, so it's all right. Marcus, I'm sitting here, man, and you're still trying to justify the underground. I haven't even watched Raw this week, and the underground sounds like nothing has been resolved. It's been 4 weeks, and they're doing the same exact thing. They open up the door.
Damacato!
Shane yells around. They roll
Damacato!
around, and then he's like, "All right, that's it from the underground. Wait till next week." Nothing is ever solved, Marcus. Why do you want to waste time with the underground?
It is a halftime thrill, okay? It is a breakup of 3 hours of Raw, and I am entertained of what's going to happen in the Underground next. I'm always interested in what's going to happen in Underground next. Even though it's 7, I'm even intrigued if they're going to do Underground. Like Jen said, you don't know if they're even going to do Underground until like the 6:30 bar is like, tune into Raw Underground. I am 100% invested in the Underground.
That's because, Marcus, you
now you're spreading viruses. Now you're spreading viruses.
You don't like things that finish, man, and that's the problem. Biggest problem with the underground. There's nothing that's ever settled. It's like every week, like Aleister Black and Kevin Owens, they had a epic match that I'm assuming stopped in between the other matches, and it sounds like they didn't even revisit that. Now we have Braun Strowman showing up. It's just like we have nothing else to do with these guys. Let's put them in a smoke-filled room with a bunch of people who get beat out on the outside.
They're getting paid.
Nothing is solved.
They're getting paid. Aren't they getting TV exposure?
No.
They're getting paid. You know who Riddick Moss is.
So you're such a hater. You don't want other people to get paid.
Manny, let me tell you this. I'd rather watch AEW than watch the Underground. And I'm
you hate. You full of hate.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, you would never say. Don't say that, Eric. You don't say anything.
I agree.
Thank
Eric,
you, Jen.
you work in the courtroom. I'm sure there's a Bible you can swear on at the moment in time.
God is not allowed in the courts anymore.
What? They took God out of the courts?
Yes.
Damn!
I would rather watch AEW. I would go and watch the All Out show, all 5 hours, than watch Raw Underground. There's nothing ever solved.
Jesus.
There's no finishes. It's ridiculous.
Now you talking about eating a cake full of shit in there.
I mean, like the fact that
hold on, my friend. Raw Underground was 100 times better than that Matt Hardy match.
Well, I haven't watched either one, so clearly
you need to see this week's Underground. This week's Underground was better than most Undergrounds.
Did I get a finish?
Huh?
Did I get a finish besides yet?
Someone got finished. A few people. No. Titus got beat up.
But Titus got beat up last week. He shouldn't keep coming back to the Underground. He keeps getting beat up. Like, literally, Titus made his debut. He beat up 3 people. Then all of a sudden, Riddick Mox got into the ring and beat him up. And then the Underground is over.
Yeah, spoiler alert for Raw. Riddick Moss gets his ass whooped this week, too. Okay, 3 times.
How is it a spoiler alert when you're doing a show?
Tommy Dreamer's made a career of getting his ass whooped.
Right.
And I don't like Tommy Dreamer. I don't like him either.
You're just full of hate.
I'm just saying. What?
Support the Underground, Eric. Support the Underground. Damacato. Okay, Damacato. That's just gonna be my word for you whenever I talk about the Underground. Damacato.
If the Clippers win tonight, the Underground is okay. I'm just gonna say it that way, Marcus. That's all I can leave you with right there.
Why you gotta bring this up, man? They're gonna win tonight. I don't have a tremor in my voice.
Get back to work.
I'm fine.
Yeah, get back to work. Go work. Get a job. You bum.
Are you guys kicking me off the show? Wow, I feel hurt.
You came in with all this hate and negativity. This is a positive show, okay? Bastard.
Remove all the graphics to fit you in.
Look at yourself. Look at yourself.
All right.
Effective use of company time.
Anyway, back to it. Seth Rollins is doing the damn thing with Dominic. He's killed it. He's amazing. Like they're telling an amazing story. Seth is, verbally abusing his wife. Buddy Murphy's involved, and I just feel like it's great TV. And I wasn't expecting. I was like, Dominic and Seth in the cage. That's random on Raw, but whatever. Let's go with it. And then they told the good story. Dominic was murdered in the ring, and the Mysterio family. Buddy screws up, and it seems like they're gonna lead, like Jen said, to Buddy and Seth feuding, and maybe Buddy protecting the Mysterio family when Dominic goes after Aaliyah. Or not Dominic goes after Aaliyah, because that'd be
what
psycho.
kind of storyline you
I don't know, completely dark story. Like, sorry, I have these alternate universes booked, but Seth goes after Aaliyah, and it's gonna have Buddy step up and be like, "Nah, man." And it's gonna. I feel like that'd be a good storyline. I'm down for it.
I thought that was a new level.
If you notice at the end of the match when Rollins was walking out and he made a comment to the mother and Aaliyah, and he said, I hope she's as good as him. That I think that's also a connection to what did he say?
Hell of a job you did. Hope she turns out better. Which is some cold shit.
That is, but that's good. That's great. That's great. That's the Seth we want. That's the Seth that that we've been wanting. Every week he just gets pettier and pettier. All this everything. But yeah, I agree. I think Seth Rollins is going to have another match either with Dominic or he's going to have another match with Rey Mysterio. And I think Buddy is going to side with the Mysterio family, which will probably lead to Buddy versus Rollins. That's my prediction. There's going to be some connection. I don't think everybody's like, oh, there's going to be a love story. I don't think there's going to be a love story. That's a little, I don't know if WWE will go that low, but I don't think there's going to be a love story, but I think he's going to side with the Mysterio and something's going to happen because he literally kicked Rollins, just like said, look what he did to him yesterday. Something.
Yeah. Beat his ass.
But I think
even though, if Buddy was by.
I want them to lure her over to the Rollins side. I feel that would be more funnier in the storyline.
That's what I thought. I thought it was weird.
He couldn't get Dominic. Let me get a daughter.
I don't know why he's attacking the Mysterio family.
That's the only thing I could say about what's going on with Rollins right now. I don't like everyone, like the factions are going together. The only thing I wish, like I get it, AOP got released, whatever, but I wish with the way Seth is and the way his character has been portraying, I wish he had a bigger following with him. Because just having Murphy now, and now Murphy's gonna I wish he had more disciples. They were getting really in depth with the whole Jesus and disciples thing. I wish that was the only thing they did. But besides that, I think it's great what's going on right now. I just wish he had a better people following him. But then again, we don't even have that big of a roster, so what are they gonna do?
Okay, who would you put with him now?
Seth? I mean,
yeah.
It would have made sense. It would have made sense if, people, we were wanting Dominic with him. That would have made more sense with the whole storyline. Aleister Black would have made perfect sense to follow him. Who else? I mean, it would have made sense with when it happened, how they were doing it before when, he took Buddy. How he took him, he was in despair, he was there, blah, blah, blah. Then what's this guy's name that's back in NXT? He got kicked out of the last group, and that's Austin Theory, yeah. You see the purpose of Seth Rollins' character, he's the Monday Night Messiah, he's Jesus, he's that. So he's apparently, this cult leader type that, I will, everything goes together, but where is his followers? He needs the followers. So they could have all these people that could have been kicked out of their things, kicked out of their groups, kicked out, even these tag teams that got separated, he could have picked up some of them. It would have that makes a lot of sense with what Seth is doing right now and his character and his promos and stuff like that. But now he's going to be alone. So it's like, he's going to be good. But yeah, I wish he had more of a following behind him, but
Yeah. Give him Aaliyah. I want Aaliyah to join him. Like you said, give him Aaliyah. That would be great. That would be drama. I mean, we already failed with Dominic. Give him Aaliyah. Give him Aaliyah. Maybe Humberto Carrillo, who's dead somewhere. Billy Kay. Just throw the most random people. Riddick Moss. I don't care. All these random people who I just see in the underground in places. and just follow him.
And just
Different people each week.
follow him. Yeah, and just have them like be under.
He needs druids.
He needs, like, you see how the Fiend has this thing over Alexa right now, where it's like, I don't want it to that extent, but like him speaking the word like he says, and like the greater good, and then they like, oh, okay, and then they're every week they'll say like a promo like, oh, you know, I'm following the greater good, blah blah blah, and you know, speaking his words. That would be great. Like, that's something that I was hoping was going to happen, but didn't.
I wouldn't mind just seeing random people come out with him as followers, and then like just being blessed by him walking around like, oh my God, it's happening. Like they're donating and treating him like Jesus.
Yeah. Well, I think it's time you just turn Retribution into his cult. There's enough people in it.
I have a plan with Retribution. Go ahead. I have something with Retribution.
What's your plan with Retribution? Because we're moving to the main event.
I have a theory, and it involves the WWE Championship, Manny. Because they attacked, Keith Lee and, Drew McIntyre in the main event. I believe, and this is my detective work in this, The Miz is behind Retribution. And he's going to get the Money in the Bank from Otis and use Retribution to get the title when he has them attack a random champion. Whether it's Drew, whether it's I don't think it's attacking Roman. Roman's untouchable. But
or if they take the title off Drew. It makes sense. That makes sense too, but it's weird because they had that little thing that happened on SmackDown when Retribution was there and Miz came out last, but then that was it, and then it just disappeared, and it just looks like they have that focus on, we already know who's running it. Come on, it's pretty obvious who's running it. Yesterday was really weird because when they came up on the screen, they made it like it wasn't dark or anything, and we were able to visualize their like facial features and everything, and I was like, okay, this is a little too obvious right now. And you could tell most of those people, like, we know Mia Yim is right there up front. I was like, girl, I know that's you. Like, come on.
I know that's you. You used to attack your man tonight.
Yeah, I was like, that's literally like her. You could tell, like, her eyebrows. I'm like, I know that's you. So, but I think now it's a time where they just reveal themselves because it's getting more and more obvious. And it's like, okay, in the beginning it was pretty dope because it's like, okay, anticipation. But now it's like, all right, we already know. Let's go. Show yourself. What are your intentions?
Last week it was Dijakovic being the main man.
Yes.
But I think
it still is.
I can't buy him as a leader of anything. He seems more like a follower.
That's him. It's him. The body shape, everything. Yesterday, I saw his eyes. I was like, that's him.
It's clearly Dijakovic, and
it is.
I don't think I know he can't be the front man. He's like a lesser Wade Barrett in leading. Like, he's not the leader of that group.
I mean, maybe not, but I don't know. We'll see.
He's a good number 2. Like, he can talk, and then when the Miz or whoever reveals himself as the leader of Retribution, it's like, this was my number 2. But the Miz is definitely the leader of this group. He's going to win a championship with Money in the Bank, and I'm going to be all for it. He's probably going to take it from Keith Lee at Clash of Champions.
Oh, don't do that.
The question is, if it is Miz, is it going to be Miz and Morrison, or Miz is going to be straight? They're going to just detach each other like that. That's the next question.
I'm all for detaching.
Yeah, I think Morrison could probably do things in the Intercontinental title scene, and then move the Miz over
to the Raw.
He'll bring in some ratings, I guess, because people love to hate.
Maybe. I love the Miz. I don't mind. I've been dying for Miz to be champ for a long time now, and every time everything just was like lower and lower and lower. And I'm like, what is going on here? Like, give this man a title again. Give this man. I've been always supportive of the Miz, so I don't know, but yeah.
I think the reason they don't give the title to the Miz is.
Lucha Doc seems to think Owens is the leader. I don't think that's
no.
Nah,
I don't think that.
He's busy doing whatever mid-card side quest storyline they throw at him.
No,
but
I think it makes more sense with the Miz.
Yeah, I think the Miz is the reason they don't push the Miz because he does all that other stuff of like movies and TV shows, and if he gets hurt filming or whatever, he has to always go away to go film something, or whether it's Cannonball or a Marine movie or whatever the hell they have him out there, whatever he's out there doing, and it's really hard to like nail him down for a schedule probably, and it's like, oh, does he have to take time off again? And he's not Brock. You're not gonna treat him like Brock.
Now is the perfect time to do it because of COVID, so it makes it more sense. They have less. I think it will make more sense now with the whole situation going on and blah blah blah. Like, I don't know. I could see Miz being champion again. Maybe now since he's done with all the shows, or maybe has time off, maybe he'll have a short length. I'm not saying it's going to be long, but maybe. But I do think it makes sense for the Miz also too, because look, Mandy Rose went to Raw. Mandy wrote that comment, oh, you think you could separate me and Otis? Think again. Otis, watch. I guarantee in the next couple of weeks we're going to see Otis. Who knows? Otis might show up at Clash of Champions just for Raw. Be like, oh, I got switched to Raw. Something's going to happen. And I think that's with the Miz.
I think there's going to be a move in which we'll bring Mandy Rose back to SmackDown if you put your money in the bank on the line.
Oh, that too. Okay.
That's what I would do. That's what I would do. And goes like, oh yeah, and then he loses his money in the bank to the Miz.
There's going to be something. Yes, Otis and the Miz are not going to leave each other. There's going to be a connection on Raw with all of them. And then boom, Retribution comes and Miz is like, I'm the leader, blah blah blah. And then he's going to probably spit this amazing promo once everyone's revealed, and that's it.
So Levi says the Miz is too big at this point for the title. I don't think that's true.
Nah, he ain't the Undertaker. That's not the Undertaker. That's not Randy Orton. That's the Miz.
No.
Even though I like Miz, he ain't on that level.
No.
So we did end up with the Drew McIntyre Keith Lee match, which I thought was okay. I knew they weren't going to give us everything because we knew because of Retribution and everything. But I could see this as a main event down the line. Like a proper championship main event.
I already said in the beginning, I see a triple threat at Clash of Champions. That's my final answer.
A triple threat ambulance match in which I have no idea how you get two people in the ambulance to go away.
Well, if they leave the stipulation, that's stupid. But I think it's going to end up changing. If not, there's something there. It's not over. Like Drew and Keith Lee, unless they just do another rematch, which is boring. If they're going to just do that, that's stupid. They need to up it up a little bit and add him to the title match because there was no final ending yesterday. So just do it. Like, put the triple match, change the stipulation, and that's it.
So that's the end of Raw. Is there anything else that happened on Raw that you guys want to talk about? I think that we covered everything.
No. I think we covered every segment. This is a rare occurrence. We literally covered. We even covered the boat match, which I had no intention of really talking about when I was watching it. But once you start talking about retaliation and Mr. Man's evil scheme, I'm like,
I skipped over two matches: the Aleister Black and Kevin Owens match, and and Bobby Lashley versus Eric, which were all pretty much squash matches, essentially.
They were pretty short. So
and
that's why
Owens
really
got
not much.
When the lights flickered.
Yes, that was a 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that was.
Here's my question: did the Hurt Business turn face at the end of Raw? They came out in their suits and attacked Retribution. I mean, they were doing it for money, I believe. But
yes,
it seemed like the crowd if it was a crowd, they would have cheered the Hurt Business. I was cheering for them. I was like, get their ass. Finally get them. It seemed like they turned face.
I don't think you can realistically boo them.
No, against Retribution, I don't think you could boo anyone that's against Retribution at this point. I think it's all about just now. It's like a whole. I feel like they're going back to like when Nexus came and destroyed, and then everyone wanted to just face them, and whoever did, we're just rooting for anyone at this point. And then it'll probably go back again, and they'll be heels again. That's what I feel it is.
Do you think they're milking Retribution for a Survivor Series? Like they're going to try to milk it out until all the way there to have a Survivor Series match against a team versus Retribution? You think we're going all? That's how long this is going to go? Because I need this to end by Clash of Champions.
No, that's too long.
They're milking the shit out of this. That seems like a long time to milk this.
No, I say if they don't do this in the next 2 weeks, I'm over it. I'm already over it. I want to know. I just want them to show their faces. Like I said, it was cool in the beginning, but no, that's too long. That's too long.
They got beat up at the end of Raw, so I feel like they're done. I know.
Yeah.
You think that's the end? We just ended Keith Lee and Drew McIntyre jumping on him and Hurt Business, and it was like, that's it. We killed him. They start amassing people.
Well, that was just the end of your Retribution.
And then Keith Lee is like, oh no, I killed my wife. Keith Lee, oh no, I jumped on me and Yim. I killed her.
This Retribution, it's just, the thing about Retribution is it's just like, they're coming back every week. How much damage can you do? Like, okay, we're jumping everyone, we're interfering, but they're the fact they need to show themselves too is because they act like 12-year-olds. Like, do you see even last night when they were fighting, they were like, yeah. I'm like, what? Like, who does that? Who does that? Like, they're like, no, reveal yourselves. Let's go. Let's get this storyline going. Who is going first? Like, let's go.
So Don said Retribution is filled with NXT call-ups. It has to go to Survivor Series. Whereas Lucha Talk says Retribution is trash, and that's two sides of the argument there.
I do agree. They are.
I support both sides.
Yeah, but there's a lot of speculation that Mojo Rawley is also in the Retribution as well.
Well, that was the picture, the image of them last week. The person on the left was, people were confused whether it was either Mojo or The Miz.
Yeah.
Whereas everyone else was kind of identifiable, but everyone was not many people were able to determine if it was The Miz or Mojo. But
then yesterday too, he was also in the same spot, and I think a lot of people saw more Mojo in the, I guess I don't know, than Miz, because I saw, like, through researching, a lot of people think it's Mojo, and I think it's Mojo too, because even me, by looking at, because yesterday the lighting was really good yesterday on the show, and I was like, okay, and I think Mojo is, because the voice too, that person that was talking yesterday sounded a little like, one of them sounded like, but I don't know, but I have a feeling he's in it too, because
once Mojo's in, it's dead.
That's what I'm saying.
I see Mojo's face, I'm done.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's gonna be a SpongeBob movie. As soon as I see Mojo, I'm out.
I'm telling you now, once they're all unveiled, once they're all unveiled, you'll look at them and go, you don't look like someone that should be calling for Retribution, especially if you're an NXT caller. Like, someone that's Retribution is someone that recently got fired. That's someone you want. That's why I was thinking maybe they will throw some money at Rusev, but they didn't.
Yeah, but
obviously.
But remember in the promo, weren't they talking about they were performance center people who were getting neglected? I don't even know what they're talking about. But I want the Miz. I want the Miz to be the leader of Retribution. I want him to take the Money in the Bank, and I want this full plan to come together when he becomes WWE champion at Clash of Champions or whatever pay-per-view they want to do it. I'm all for it.
Even Wes said the leader of Retribution should have been EC3, and that would have been a good pick.
That would have been, especially with all that social media going on with the change. That would have been also good, but that's not happening.
Yeah, he would have been perfect. Yep. All right, I got no more time, guys. I gotta go to sleep before I pass out behind the wheel, even though I'm not driving.
So Marcus has called the end of the show. Thank you, Jen, for joining us. For this
I guess that's the ruling.
What are you doing? Pulling down the handbrake?
No, I actually didn't do anything. I had an imaginary mallet, and I was slamming it on top of my parking brake. And I don't know. I'm delusional, okay? I haven't.
So, once again, thank you, Jen, for joining us. How did you find the show?
Yeah.
Fun. I enjoyed myself very well discussing my favorite thing, wrestling. Hello.
So, if you're free on Thursday, there is a spot open if you like to jump on. We're never sure if Marcus is going to appear these days. No, we're never sure you're going to appear because we're more looking at your health. You probably will need to sleep.
Mental health? Yeah. But you know what? I survived. I don't know. Jen, I had a question. What shirt are you wearing?
I'm wearing the Garbage Pail Kids, the WWE edition.
Oh, okay.
Oh, is
Nice.
that Andre?
That is a nice shirt.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was trying to work out who that was.
I got
That's a good
censor.
shirt.
Yes.
And you know, of everybody on the DSPA channel, you have the best background of anybody. I feel like it's very wrestling related. You have Aquaman / Roman Reigns back there. SummerSlam. I think it. I don't know what SummerSlam that is. I can't tell, but it's probably the one I attended in LA.
Yeah, this is the SummerSlam. I don't know. It doesn't say the date on it, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, don't worry about it. I know it's SummerSlam. We all know it's SummerSlam. But yeah.
I have SummerSlam. Why? Because I was born in August, and SummerSlam always lands on the weekend of my birthday. So, of course, always rep SummerSlam. One of my favorite pay-per-views.
Oh,
nice.
They just brought up a good question in Lumber Chat before we leave. What happened to the guy who was in
those bastards? I'm trying to go to sleep.
What happened to the guy that was in the gay pornographic movies who went away? He could be the leader of Retribution. Lars Sullivan.
I didn't see that coming at all.
Yeah, your face said it all. And that's been the show, guys.
Why not? I mean, he deserves Retribution. That man, if anybody deserves it, it's Lars Sullivan. He deserves Retribution.
Oh, no.
And then, so he didn't say who Lars Sullivan was, and then Wes just hit him with who Eric. And on that note, thanks once again to Jen. I've been Lord Manny Hayes. He's been...
I'm Marcus, the grand finale. Who has no more energy?
Jen, have you got anything to plug or anything while you're on?
I mean, you could follow me. My name is Jenn Cruz on Facebook. My Instagram is pretty long. It's Desperately Seeking Jenny, but you don't have to go. You could find me anywhere. I'm probably easy to find. I'm mostly on Facebook. So it's just Jenn Cruz on Facebook. So if you find me there, and if you're a big wrestling fan, you can follow me. I'll follow you back.
And that's the show. Yeah. Have a good evening, everyone, or good day. Bye.
Later. Got a long day. That was the end of the show.